Well, we're back in action. Now all I've got to do is remember what the hell I was doing. And click my window so I can actually hit the buttons. Huh. I don't even remember you. I don't remember that I started using the axe. Oh yeah, things are looking pretty okay. Things are looking pretty alright. I don't remember picking up Eternium plate mail. It's been a while since I recorded. But, gotta do it. There's still plenty of game left to do. Actually, yeah, was I on the way in or was I on the way out? Oops. And that was the wrong button. It happens, it happens. Oh, not to worry, not to worry. Grounds of science and shit like that. Do I still have my books and stuff? Do I have a... No, no. Okay. It's worth it to check on the stuff anyway, I guess. There's a uncursed scroll of uncursing. Which always... Yeah, I have read the books that I owned. Though there is plenty of stuff I could, in theory, sell. So how about I do that, actually? Not much point in dragging all of this stuff around with me. And while we're here in a nondescript cavern, it's a relatively short hop, I think, over to Dwarf Town. I'm not sure. I should be able to do that. Of course, my luck, then that's the direction I just came from, which would make this fairly embarrassing. No, that's where I came from too. Yeah, this might be well, a little embarrassing if that's indeed the case. Though, judging on the fact that I have plenty of stuff left to sell, I'm thinking I didn't do that yet. So it's fine if I do that now. And the best store I can find, considering that Leggett immediately runs out of money, ran out of money when I tried to sell him stuff, to sell him things, is Dwarf Town. Not much else to say there. Yeah, I didn't sell any of the stuff yet. After all, I have it and I have barely any gold. Wonder where the gold went. I might have sacrificed it all or something like that. I think I went to Garth and paid him for training. Though, looking at my stats, and considering that I don't think Garth can train past potentials now, I seem to have read that somewhere. Not much point in doing it. Oh well, that's not even true, I guess. I have a couple of... Oh, whatever, I don't need to eat a jackal. Now, I've read something about invisibility having the experience you receive from monsters. I'm not sure that's true, actually. But I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's a recent change, or I don't seem to remember it being true, but my memory is getting spotty about some of the stuff. So it might be true after all. But for now, we're gonna continue unperturbed. It's not like experience is gonna be a huge problem for any halfling. And particularly not for Cheryl, who is at level 29, which is already kind of amazing. Do I actually have anything that needs identifying? The only thing that's... I know what my potions do. I know what everything does. That's actually all's fine. So I don't need to spend one of the Blessed Scrolls. I can get away with just simply... yeah, I know. I wasn't fooling myself into thinking that my god somehow couldn't see me. I'm assuming that magical invisibility is not kind of as super powerful as one might assume it might be. Super amazing, awesome, powerful. Now, if I remember right, I have plenty of acid ball, and I don't really need a crown of signs anymore, even though you really only get a pittance for selling it. If you've seen the stats of crown of signs and wondering why the hell I'm not putting that shit on my head right this very moment, do remember that crown of signs dooms your character, which is such a negative effect that it outweighs any potential gain you could get from it. If you're also wondering why I'm not wearing gauntlets of strength instead of elemental gauntlets, it has mostly to do with them being destructible, though, to be fair, now that I'm thinking about it, I might as well wear them while they're there, and if they get destroyed, that's just tough. No point in selling them, really. Now, since I'm already wearing an advancing girdle, I don't need these. I can sell one of my pair of boots, they're pretty heavy, so that's probably a good idea at any rate. I might need a braces, might need a face dagger. And that Eternium broadsword is pretty strong. Yeah, weapon's okay. Actually, I think I did clean out my equipment or something like that. Whatever. I'm selling all of these Cs now because I'm kind of sick and tired of having Cs or carrying Cs around all over the place by now. So I'm gonna stop doing that. I think, yeah, I think I did actually come from Dwarf Town. That's embarrassing. Now, there are a couple of... Well, I can drink a potion of potential strength. That's okay. I'm also gonna bless that blessed potion of strength, because that is some seriously good shit. Potion of charisma. I'm gonna drink that, and that doesn't really seem worth spending any point of potion of holy water on, but I can, at the very least, I can drink it. Potential willpower is pretty good. That might have been worth blessing, but I'm not feeling any of these. What I'm gonna do is drop my unholy water, bless my singular scroll of uncursing, and read it over all of my stuff. Pick the unholy water back up, just in case I need it at some point. Which also leaves me able to take off my cap. Actually, no, I was already able to do that. And it's blessed, that's why I spent... Hold on. I'm a bit confused tonight. But let's not get too distracted. Some potions in need of drinking. Get that shit down your throat. I don't care how you feel. Just take all them drugs. Thankfully, we don't have to do doping tests or anything like that. And whatever money I now have, I'm gonna spend on Garth. And I think, again, well, if I just came from Dwarf Town, then I evidently forgot a couple of things. So it's not too much of a shame that I'm going back right now. I hope. I really hope, actually. What potion is that? Ooh, do I have one? I think I do, but a second one might be safer, actually. Oh, what are these? There's some good shit in here. I never even noticed. Or more to the point, when I checked, I had less disposable income. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I have no disposable income left, except for this one pair of boots. Oh dear. I have 360 money, and I need to have. Oh crap. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to dig for stuff. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's take this eminent protection construct. I've never figured out what it's supposed to be useful for. So I might as well sell that. And I don't know, I guess I won't be using this wedding ring either, or these one never knows. One never quite knows for sure. This is silly. I should be able to figure something out to sell. Something else. Well, no, I don't need that, and I don't need that, and I don't need that. That should be enough, right? More than enough, actually. Okay. No. Yeah. That was the right button combination. Yeah, I just bought all your stuff. You can let me out now. Thank you. Yeah, I came straight from Dwarf Town before this video ended. Now I just went back like an idiot. I'm pretty sure. How much time did that waste? Oh dear, 10 minutes. I don't know why people are watching this shit. I mean, technically you don't have to watch the video to comment on it and tell me it's amazing. In fact, I don't even mind if you do if that's what you're doing all this time. I like being told my videos are amazing. Even if it's not technically true. We all live lives of imperfection, of illusion, and happiness is completely dependent on that self-illusion that you are worth something. Because it's never true. Human beings don't have worth in the sense that we often define it. We are. We strive for happiness, and if it comes, that's fine. If it doesn't, that is not fine. If playing ADOM has taught me anything, it's that life is fleeting and replaceable, and that there are no save files. This is exactly the kind of entertainment you tuned in for. Now we are back in the nondescript cavern, and this time we're actually gonna go back to the caverns of chaos and explore it some more. Where's my helmet of teleportation at? I think I lost that. It got destroyed at some point. Spare pickaxe, you never know. Now that I have 35 strength, I can go back to being the pack rat of hell. Still got more, like 1,500 stones left that I could fill up with stuff once I find it. Oh, Wolf's Companion doing a decent job. It's a decent enough weapon. Actually, yeah, I wanted to swap the elemental gauntlets for the gauntlets of strength. Loses me a point of PV. Gains me some rather impressive performance. Which, yeah, defensive seems right. Gets me that little bit of extra DV. I'm not used to having more PV than I do DV at any stage of the game. The DV of Cheryl leaves something to be desired, to be honest. Oh, wait, that was fine. It has a lot to do with her not having the dodge skill and her dexterity being at a kind of meh 25. Has nothing to do with her shield, which is amazing. And the shield skill is pretty much adequate. Kind of about what you'd expect at a stage of the game, if you weren't specifically farming it or anything. Yeah, I'm not picking up that ring. I don't think I'm in particular need of doomy rings. Crystal statue, not dangerous. Anyway, nothing can see me, so this is kind of a moot point. It's a Vaporat. We're going to be seeing a lot of those pretty soon. Oh yeah, not this place. Fuck's that thing? Ugh. Actually, these often carry fairly useful equipment, so why shouldn't I just... Oh, nope. No such luck here. There's more? I don't even remember fighting a will-o-wisp. It has been some time. Troll chief, yeah, whatever. Bite it. Oh yeah, I have to equip something to shoot with. Yeah, I've got plenty of arrows here. Oh, my weapons, my skills there. Level 3 in bows, level 1 in crossbows. That's kind of shit. I'm not doing very well in the missile department. Fortunately, now that I've got like 600 castings of acid ball, I don't really need any of that. Let's teleport. That was a pretty decent chance it would get me across the river, so I didn't bother putting on that amulet teleport control. The one thing I do remember is that I'm never... Okay, that I might eventually take off the amulet of free action, but if I do, it'll be for a very, very good reason. Because I don't need that shit happening again. Ugh. Oh yeah, Chaos Lizard, I can do that in melee. Kind of freaky colored. So I thought it might have been a comic lizard, though those shimmer in the graphical interface in some kind of chaos colors. Fuck's that? Is that oil of rust removal? I should probably already own some oil of rust removal, but I do need some for my crossbow if I'm ever gonna use that again. Oh yes, thank you. Train that metallurgy skill. To this date, the most irrelevant skill in the entire game. But it's important to keep myself well trained. After all, it's not like I'm gonna spend any skill. It's not like I'm gonna spend skill advances on it. I'm not that crazy. I know that would be fairly wasteful. So, what kind of crowd is this thing? Small dogs, ears tapered to points, carved muscles, bulging skin. To the unknown jackal. Oh yeah, that's the Uber jackal thing. Okay, okay. I don't want to kick that. Maybe in the end, some kind of Uber jackal jumps out of it and kills me dead. That's not something I need happening. Oh, how long does it take to get to an unexplored part of a level? And there's my answer. Exactly this long. The air reeks of ozone. We have reached the location of... Fuck's going on here? Oh yeah. Ah no, I'm not a wizard. A wizard would just have like 2,000 castings of light ready. I don't have any of that. What I do have... Kind of... It feels a little bit low tech to do it, but... Why not? Let's light a torch. Now that I've already spent that... a fair amount of tinder and flint to light it, I might as well carry it until it burns out. It will increase my walking distance and stuff. That blink dog has seen better days. And this is a room full of giants, which could be fun. Except these giants don't seem to want to... Yeah, well, why would they? They can't even see me. If I had lightning bolt, I could bounce some missiles around and see how many of they're standing after that. Firebolt works too. Yeah, that's the first dead giant. Yeah, he still can't see me. Frost giant. Oh, that was a waste of perfectly good acid ball. Because I thought I still had burning hands at the top. Oh, of course it was at the top of my list for most parts of the game. Silver helmet is not that interesting. Hill giant corpses might be interesting. Frost giant corpse is actually very interesting because those are fairly likely to have a desirable result upon being eaten. What kind of hat is that? Ah, I think that's simply a hat, yeah. With a feather. Kind of nicer looking than I always imagined them. I always thought it was just a hat. There should be top hats in this game. I would give anything for a top hat. Get onto that. Top hats for ADOM. That should be a campaign or a petition of some kind. I want to wear a top hat. And a monocle. And it doesn't even matter who I'm playing as. Cheryl wants to wear a top hat. Don't judge. Actually do judge, because the only way you could judge Cheryl's desire to wear a top hat is that she's got friggin' fabulous taste, and you should be getting her top hat right this instant. How could you deny her? I mean, seriously, top hat. It's a top hat. There's no way anyone doesn't want to wear a top hat. I refuse to believe there are people out there who don't. Top hats are amazing. Frozen. Doesn't look like I'm getting strength points out of these corpses anytime soon. Which is fair. I'm pretty strong already, so... yeah. Now, the air continues to reek of ozone. I'm gonna use that wand of digging. Oh yeah, that means item destructions. I actually have to prepare for this properly by dropping a lot of my items. Now I don't want to leave for the last. Oh, well, the torch is lit. I have to use my pickaxes the old-fashioned way. So I'm gonna do something that I like doing for fun. Okay, what's flammable in here that I don't want to lose? Oh, a lot of stuff, actually. With the spellbook of Acid Ball, specifically my castings of Acid Ball, I don't think the air temple should be much of a problem. Actually, I don't even think I need acid ball. The fireballs that I have will do it. But anyway, it's just no reason to get all these items destroyed for nothing. Why am I even bringing a climbing set? That makes no sense. The rings should be fine. The ones I don't want to lose. This could take a while. Have yourself a drink or a coffee break. Listen to this music. I mean, just listen to the music. It's serene as fuck. I hope I didn't pick up poison hands. Well, this could get really ugly. I remember the one time that I actually lost a game because of poison hands, because I was playing a Lithium Man challenge, so I was already fairly short on items in general. Not sure what I'm going to do about food. I think I'm just going to keep the cooked lizards and that assorted food, and hope I don't run out of saturation midway through the fight. I have more than enough stuff. Yeah, I actually have to drop some more things. Now I'm looking at this, because I don't want to lose it for free. That includes the amulet of free action. I don't strictly need it here, and it's far more valuable. Far too valuable to waste needlessly. I think face daggers... It may be possible for face daggers to get destroyed in the air temple. I'm not sure entirely. Good news is I can replace these items I just dropped with armor. And I'm just going to keep the torch around for as long as it lives. Tiny lightning bolts streak through the air, occasionally hitting you. I think, though, that I actually got specifically lightning immune. Oh yeah, no digging from there. I don't own Mystic Shovel. So we're gonna turn right around and get those one of the stupid pickaxes. Low-tech alternative. No, I know I can't, but bit of a shame that you can only have that one tool slot, so you can't really easily use a pickaxe at the same time that you use a torch, which is annoying. You have to hit capital U and pick it up out of the inventory. And we're in. Now I don't need a pickaxe anymore, but I've got a spare anyway, so I'm not gonna go back all just to get rid of it. There's a lot of mooks in here, and I don't really expect any trouble fighting them. The only, at the very least, not the Chaos Servants, and certainly not the Vapor Rats. You already have to look pretty hard to realize that these aren't regular old rats. They are different in color and have red eyes and a corrupting attack. And they qualify as air creatures, so they get a place in the air temple. Not that that should concern you any. Let's get rid of the Chaos Servants. Did I drop anything nice? They actually dropped an amulet I've never seen before, which is interesting. Air demons aren't really enjoying any of what I have in store for them. What happened? Yep, that was a torch. Yeah, I knew it was going to get burned eventually, but I have plenty of spares. And, while we're at it, I also own 2 amulets of light, which can take the place of a torch very easily. Though it does mean that you can use, for instance, an amulet in free action at the same time. So that's actually not all that good an alternative at all. It's kind of interesting that... Yeah, that was part of my food. That's part of my food gone, which is somewhat of a bummer. Something else? Yeah, Scroll of Monster Aggravation, I don't even know what those are good for. As far as I know, they make monsters hostile. So kind of the opposite of what you want to happen anyway. So I'm not too bothered about losing it. The only items that I would run straight out of the elemental temple here for, just to secure them, would be something like Scrolls of Corruption Removal. Yeah, or stat potions, or any, well, useful stuff at any rate. No wonder what the Dark Elven Archer is doing in here. I have to clear the outside of the temple a little bit. I'm not even gonna bother doing it on the other side, just the eastern part. Chaos Servants can see invisible, that's why they've been a bit annoying. The Vapor Rats can't. Apparently the Air Demons can too. Well, they wouldn't constantly walk over to me to get some. Now, there are secret doors to the central room that I'm going to be opening as soon as I have some peace and quiet out here. And after that, we're going to have to fight Yolgash, the Master Summoner, who is a tough cookie, to say the least. Actually, no, he's a complete pushover, but he has a very dangerous ability in that he can actually summon creatures. And we're talking really dangerous creatures, potentially at least. That's an air guru. It looks like a bat with the guru sprite pasted over it a little bit. Not a 100% success, but there's tons of monsters in the game, so you can't expect all that much, I guess. Is Yolgash vulnerable to frost or something like that? He is. That's interesting. Okay, what did he summon, actually? That would be good to know. And ASCII mode would be much better for that. Looks like rattling archers. Okay, that's fine. That's actually fairly wussy, if anything. Kind of wish I had Farsight. I do admit it. I do admit it. Being a wizard is... Oh, yeah. There's traps here. Quite a lot of traps. And that was a blindness trap. Thankfully, I recovered very quickly. He's even vulnerable to fire. What kind of shit is that? And he's come all this way to fight me in melee. That's almost adorable. Now, the ball spell that I have that does the most damage is Acid Ball. The one that I can cast the most often. Oh, well, Lightning Ball isn't far away, and it's slightly cheaper, actually. But I think he's immune to lightning because it's the air temple. But Fireball has the best ratio of power points to damage. So let's go with that. A bunch of times. Don't really have to prepare in any other way for this fight, because once Yolgash is in melee range, he can't really do shit to you. Except, of course, run away like a bitch, because he stepped in his own trap. Yeah. He kind of violated some of the basic principles of building a lair of evil. If you're gonna have traps, be immune to your own traps. Many bosses rely on strategies where you throw potions of blindness or confusion at the boss to make them easier to kill. Yolgash provides that all of himself. And we've got him over and done with. Yeah, the air temple is a bit of a breather after what is usually a very tense fire temple fight. Because Yolgash very, very often is a complete pushover. Well, Yolgash always is, but his summons might not turn out to be rattling archers. They might in fact turn out to be Emperor Liches or something like that. Anyway, that's Yolgash. It's actually worth it to max backstabbing because I'm invisible all the time, so I constantly get these free backstabs. And backstabbing 100 gives the best damage bonus. Now that I've done that, I might as well increase Gemology. I'm not sure. Nothing much I need from here. Now, what's left in the realm of skills for me to take? I could start down the Archer talent line with a good shot, or just pick up Master Packager for easier carrying around of things, which will be especially useful once I have to get rid of the Chaos Orb of the Mental Fire again. Apart from that, Long Stride is a bit redundant because I'm already fast enough. The Affinity talents don't have a lot of impact. 6 hit points isn't a lot. Yeah, I don't think there's much to be said against Master Packager. And there's still a couple of skill choices left to make at some point. But for now we say goodbye to the Air Temple. Pick my stuff back up again. No. Okay. And while we're at it, we might as well remember to do this now. Where's my Oil of Rust remove? Oh yeah, I picked one up just now. It got burned. And I don't actually have one of those in storage. So I actually don't have a working crossbow. At all. That's great. It pays to be prepared. Almost as much as it helps to have a map. And that's just about it, yeah. Blessed Ring of Damage still better than, I think, the extra speed. Though it's a tough call, admittedly. That is another Chaos Orb. Over and done with. Increase that carrying capacity and move on. Where are the fucking stairs? I think I covered them with an item again, like an idiot. No, they're in the dark room. Ah, my memory is fairly imperfect, but not completely gone. Is this something I can eat? I'm not gonna bother actually delivering that mass summoner corpse. I might just barely be convinced to cook it. Man, these scrolls of light are shit. Wand of light, much better. Okay, where are we now? D41. Clicking sounds. There are giant ants on this level. And my Master Summoner just rotted away completely. Well, there wasn't much left of him to begin with. Him being a chaos creature and all. His body wasted away by the corruptive influences and ooze. Generally nasty stuff that corruption does to you. Something like mithril long large shield, I don't need that. Brown gem, whatever. What are brown gems anyway? I've been watching lots of Steven Universe. I should probably just read about what kinds of gems there are. Because they all show up in Steven Universe as characters. It's a pretty dope show, actually. If in case you're interested in anything but ADOM, and that's why you're watching this. Whatever, I can plug a show. It's one of the shows I'm watching. What's also very good, apart from My Little Pony, which you might already know about. I've annoyingly hummed its theme song before. I watched Steven Universe, which is great. Also watched Gravity Falls, which is great. And Wonder Over Yonder, which is at least pretty fun. And it's by the creator of Powerpuff Girls. Which alone would be enough reason to watch it, honestly. That's mostly what I'm in for right now. Pretty good time for cartoons, actually. And yeah, there is ADOM happening, but I'm just killing giant ants. You can listen to some other stuff while I kill some giant ants. Why am I so defensive all of a sudden? Really no use in it. Oh, I just kind of have to cover some extra time until the Earth Temple kind of rolls around. Okay. And that's the Earth Temple. Ooh. Only 2 levels after the Air Temple. I wasn't even aware that was possible, technically. But, here we go. It's the Earth Temple. Well, you can't see it from here, of course, because it's on the right side of the level. We're once again on the left side. Oops. Oh, okay. Mixed tension room on D42. This calls for ASCII mode, because I kind of want to be sure what I'm up against. Though a quick look at what I just opened doesn't reveal anything too dangerous. Stone Giant is okay. Ghost Bat, that's a stone golem. The most dangerous thing in there might be the Chaos Warrior, but I have the necessary armor or anything to fight it head on if I want to. Oh, very good. Scroll of Uncursing. I need a spare of that. And I also feel like eating that Stone Giant for the off chance of some extra strength happening. Yeah, it looks okay. Looks like there's nothing much danger in here. Yeah, I can turn off that mode again. That's a Chaos Warrior. Actually getting depicted with some of the equipment it's likely wearing. Oh, I'm a bit shitty caster. And it does a fair amount of damage. But usually killing one results in a fairly satisfying drop of equipment. In this case, it was thick gauntlets and an Eternium longsword. But I can also drop Eternium plate mails and Eternium boots, and what would be the most interesting in my case, Eternium caps, which is a straight armor upgrade over my mithril cap. But it didn't happen this time around. Well, everything's fine with food. Okay, that was a caveman. Yeah, exactly. There's the Earth Temple in here. Almost forgot. Now the Earth Temple can be a bit of a pain. Though with my wall spells at the ready, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's lure some of these Earth creatures out of the Earth Temple. It's a bit of one of the more ominous places because the opponents you fight don't actually appear until somewhere level, and if you don't react quickly enough, you can actually get trapped in the middle of a hallway because everything just passes through walls all the time. Looks like my spells are doing some very decent amount of damage. Now I've got 4 of these suckers around me. Becomes worth it. Becomes worth casting Fireball. I can finish off the rest with my weapon. Actually, I should probably consider switching to a face dagger for this here. Because, of course, being creatures made out of living stone, it's hard to do any damage because you have tons of PV. It's also hardest to actually catch them if they decide to run away, because you can run away through the walls. So, even though I get tons of I have tons of that weapon skill in the Dwarven Rune Axe, Rolf's Companion, I should still end up doing more damage with Face Dagger simply because I can bypass PV, which would ordinarily prevent up to something like 40 or 50 damage done to all of these creatures. So what you have to read there, with that in mind, is that against these creatures, this weapon does 1d4 plus 40 damage. And it already becomes a lot more attractive to use. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. Now what I just noticed is that apparently they don't find it all that hard to do damage to me. Which isn't too bad, I guess. And I might actually switch away from the element of free action for now, because these guys don't have paralyzation attacks, and I'm not expecting to fight anything that does while I'm still on this level. Everything's fairly peaceful here. Now, I can't just use the wand here for the simple reason that some of the walls on this level are actually undiggable. Yeah, I want to hit as many of them as possible with my ball spells, so let's do this. If I cast Acid Ball first, Fireball actually kills everything. Which is useful knowledge. Certainly useful knowledge. So I can kill everything in a 2-part combo. Okay, I made it to part of the Inner Sanctum of Swords. I'm not sure. There's a Chaos Servant who probably didn't have a lot of fun because these guys can pass through walls and I have no idea how they got in there in the first place. That's a stone golem, and back there are some stone grooves that are just waiting to devour me alive. I'm gonna wait here a little bit. Here's the welcoming committee. Name is Fireball. That's Fire being his first name and Ball the second. I gotta work on my one-liners. Oh well, whatever. Stone golems are the less dangerous part of what you face here. And the face dagger is having none of their shit. What's funny is that stone golems aren't even what they're most effective against because they have relatively few PP for for being one of the creatures of the Earth Temple. Now I can fight some of these stone grooves, no problem. Of course, what I'm really waiting for is an opportunity to do this with the maximum effect, while in coward mode. This is the fun part of being a caster. In late game, you can just go crazy. Yeah, face daggers makes this pretty easy even to do in melee if you have one. Without a face dagger, and if you don't have super high damage, this can be a difficult place, but generally speaking, the Earth Temple is still part of the breather. It's still recon balance, not nearly as dangerous as the Fire Temple is at the time you do it. Oh. Well, as you can see, that phase dagger is doing work. Though these guys can do damage, so on the whole, yeah, these can do damage, and that means I should actually drink that potion for safety and go back to the tried and true method of laying waste to anything I encounter with the power of arcane magic and getting experience from it. I don't even know. I might as well max gemology 1 point at a time. I can use some points in food preservation, I guess. Okay, what's here? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, let's go back in. I'm certainly not looking to clear the temple. The only temple that I really ever clear is the water temple, actually. What I'm looking for is specifically this. For the ancient stone beast to show up. Actually takes damage from bolt spells. And is hella slow. Which on balance actually makes it one of the easiest... Well, now let's say it straight up like this. The ancient stone beast is the easiest of all the orb guardians to actually fight, because it's slow, it resists nothing, I don't think, that you can throw at it in terms of spells. The only thing it has is tons of PV, and, well, yeah, I guess if you played a purely melee character, unless you're a barbarian, or you have one of these face daggers, or another penetration weapon, like the extra penetration that I used to own and then got burned, not that I'm bitter or anything, the ancient stone beast might pose a bit of a challenge in melee, and it can be corrupting, and it can take a long time to kill it in melee without those penetration weapons, and that gives it a lot of opportunity to corrupt you with its melee attacks. But if you're any kind of caster worth its salt, you can just bolt spell it to death, because it doesn't resist bolt spells or shrug them off or anything. It has no defenses whatsoever against that avenue of attack. Okay, I'm fine. I don't know. Maxed food preparation there. Let's do the same with gemology, I guess. Chaos Almond. I don't even need that corpse. If I walk all the way back to Roguelike, I pick up so much background corruption that it's really not worth it at all. Now that has me owning 4, I'm pretty sure, of the 5 available Chaos Orbs. Next up would be the Mana Orb. And, well, we got a lot done today. So what I'm going to do is end this video 10 minutes early compared to the videos of the last couple. So, just so you get a bit of a scare at the beginning of it, when you just, why is this 10 minutes shorter? Did he die? In case you were wondering, and actually thought I might be able to, I would end up dying in this video, and that's why it's shorter, I fooled you. Ha!